Is there something in particular that I can bring back to the folks that are working on these issues who want to know what parts you have concerns about?
Absolutely. My first question, and I believe it's in Section 2, the Congress states that they found the Director of National Intelligence testified that a growing array of state and non-state adversaries are increasingly targeting American cyberspace. Exactly who are these adversaries?
Okay. So defining who the adversaries are.
Exactly.
Okay.
My next question, Section 18, Article 2 states that the President may declare a cybersecurity emergency and order the limitation or shutdown of Internet traffic. I have a couple sub-questions to this section. The first one is if cybersecurity emergency could be clearly defined.
Okay.
The next, since the Internet has become such a powerful tool for media, would this not conflict with freedom of the press?
Okay, can you repeat that last sentence?
Since the media has become such like an integral and powerful tool for the media, would this not conflict with freedom of the press since it's used so heavily by the media? And then the third part of the question is if Senator Lugar himself believes that this might not be too much power for just one man to call the shots on.
I took down all your questions here, so what I'm going to do is also, if you don't mind, I can put you in touch with our aide who handles this issue too, so you can further discuss it. I just wanted to make sure I get you a little bit of upfront thoughts on it, but if you want to get to further depth, you know, if you're open to it, I'm happy to put you in touch.
That'd be great.
Perfect.
Because Senator, as you said, Senator Bai is a co-sponsor of that, so that's very scary.
And this has become, on the blogs and over the internet, this has become a major concern amongst Generation Y. We're very concerned about, you know, the control of the internet or eventual censorship by the federal government.
Yeah, and it's, you know, very understandable, and it's important to maintain the privacy rights and individual rights, but, you know, balancing that with ensuring that, you know, our internet is not necessarily vulnerable, so I think the point too on and defining we're looking at here. So I'll make sure to relay those thoughts back and get you guys in touch.
Okay, thank you very much.
And all these bills we have talked about today, there's one more, but all these, the last one is a kind of special one because these are all bills that we talked about. We would strongly urge Senator Lugar to vote no on all of them. One, because of the language, but two, as I stated before in Section 2, Section 1, Article 8, it says Congress's rights under the Constitution, and to me, every single one of these issues is unconstitutional. They are not federal jurisdiction. That's a side note. But there is one bill that I would like to know why Senator Lugar has not co-sponsored as every other Republican in this state has. And we have 290 co-sponsors in the House, and we're up to 24 in the Senate. And it's a nice one-page bill. It's S-604, Federal Reserve Sunshine Act of 2009. Just a nice, sweet little bill to audit the Federal Reserve. As I'm sure you're aware, it's a private bank that has the bailout money. Now, this is my money and yours if you pay taxes. We just would like to see where it goes. There's no hidden bill. There's not 1,019 pages that we all need to read through and find the hidden. Very simple, audit the Fed, and it's a nice, I don't know if you've seen it, it's a one-page bill, super sweet and simple. And I really would like to know why Senator Lugar has not co-sponsored this as a conservative.
Sure, and familiar with the bill. I know that Senator Lugar did, at this point he has not agreed to co-sponsor, and, you know, I'm sure that we'll continue to look at the bill and see if it goes through committee. But I would like to point out, you did support an amendment in the summer housing bill that you're probably familiar with that would give the Federal Reserve and Treasury folks, they would both be able to have GAO do an audit for all TARP-related programs. And that did happen, or Lugar did support it. I'm not sure. Let me see here.
I don't know that it passed because we
did actually. I don't think about it. They in favor of it. I'd have to look back up.
I don't think it passed because that's one of our other concerns. We do not want this watered down and thrown in another bill. We would like a one standalone bill because of all the bills that come, I would really like to see Downside DC's bill, read the Bills Act, and one bill at a time to go through.
Yeah.
But those are separate issues, but this is a very nice, simple bill. I do not want it in another bill. I want it to be a standalone issue, and I'd like to know how to get a hold of Mr. Lugar to strongly encourage him. We delivered 250 signatures last week. I have probably another 300 to 400. 75% of America wants the Federal Reserve audited. It's our money. There's no reason why we shouldn't see.
The other 25% don't even know who they are.
Yeah, they don't know who the Federal Reserve is. It's not even a hit. That's why we don't want it in another bill, because they're going to water it down and they're going to find a way around it. We want this to stand alone. So Senator Lugar will not co-sponsor this one at this time?
Not at this time, but I did check, by the way, on the amendment and the bill. It did pass 95 to 1.
Well,
So right now that they were
that's
given the
reason.
authority for the GAOs to...
What was his reason for not co-sponsoring?
I'm sorry?
What is his reason for not co-sponsoring?
I don't have that readily available for you, but I know right now he's been supportive of similar related things that passed. And, we certainly can, agree that there are areas that can be improved in terms of auditing. Like I said, we did vote in favor of the amendment. But right now, the bill is still at committee level, so I think we're looking to see, too, if it comes out of committee, how it might be changed. And,
HR 1207 is going to be having hearings, I think, Friday.
right, well, of course, we're looking at the Senate bill, so we have aspect of 4, so
Yes.
we'll be having here. But we'll be keeping our close pulse on it. It's, we certainly hear your points and understand it, and that's why the Senator did vote in favor of the amendment in May. And like I said, it did pass 95 to 1. So this is something that the GAO now does have the authority to do these types of...
What was that bill? I'd like to look at it.
This is the housing bill that passed in May. The bill is S896. The amendment was amendment number 1021.
Amendment 1020.